So over the last couple of weeks, I found myself reorganizing, having a little bit of time on my hands with the COVID-19. And one of the things that I noticed was that I kept moving a set of pillows all around my room. And these pillows were not finished pillows. They were pillows I had picked up during my last quilting retreat. And I hadn't quite decided what I was going to do. I think I had something in mind when I bought it. I'm sure I did, but for the life of me, I don't remember what that was. So I decided I need to do something with these pillows. Kicked around a couple of ideas, and I thought of a granny square. Oh, and by the way, I'm Trina, and this is Trina Creates. So, I set out this weekend. I grabbed my yarn, I grabbed my crochet hook, sized up that pillow, 16-inch pillow form, and I went to work on a granny square. Now, a classic granny square is worked in the round, and it consists of a cluster of 3 stitches with 2 chain stitches separating it. So I came up with what I wanted to do. So there's it's worked in the round. Here's your cluster of 3. And each one of these spaces represent a chain 2 space. So this was my mock-up. I did another mock-up just for fun, just because I was playing with colors. And if you know me, my least favorite part of crocheting is weaving in ends, which is why I typically don't want to use multiple colors, because at some point somebody's got to weave in those ends. That would be me. So for my project, I decided to go with 2 colors, less ends to weave in, and picked red and gold, kind of my kids' football team. I went for it. So let's get started. For this project, you'll need a medium worsted weight yarn, 1 color or 2, scissors, and a size H crochet hook. Okay, the first step in making your granny square pattern is you're going to do a magic circle. This magic circle makes it where it's not so bumpy, and there are a lot of tutorials online on how to get that done, so I won't go into detail on it here. You're going to chain 3, and this is going to be your beginning chain 3. And inside that magic circle, you're going to do 2 double crochets. So now you've got your beginning chain 3, and you've got 2 double crochets. We're going to chain 2, and also inside the magic circle, again, we're going to do 3 double crochets this time. Okay, and then chain 2. We're going to do that until we have 4 clusters of 3 double crochet stitches inside the magic circle. And in between those clusters, there's always going to be a chain 2 stitch. So we're going to put the last one in here. We're going to pull the string to close up our magic circle. See that? And we're going to chain 2 and then slip stitch into the top of that beginning chain 3 to close our round. Okay, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 double crochet stitches. You've slip stitched to close it up, and then you're going to slip stitch in each double crochet across to that chain 2 space. And once you get there, you're going to slip stitch in it. Now we're going to chain 3, 2 double crochet stitches, kind of like the same as we did for the row down below. We're going to chain 2. The difference is in this corner, each one of these are going to be 4 corner stitches. In each corner, you're going to have 3 double crochet, a chain 2, and then another 3 double crochet. And that will be your corner stitch or your corner pattern for the rest of this granny square. So you finish that corner stitch, you're going to chain 2, and then repeat the process in the next chain 2 space. Okay, when you get back to the end, you're going to slip stitch in that beginning chain 3. So you're going to have 2 rounds, and I'm going to actually alternate. I'm going to alternate between 2 colors on this one. So I'm going to do 2 rounds of each color. I'm going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches to get me over to that corner, or to the corner chain 2 space here. Except this time when I slip stitch into here, I'm going to pick up my second color. Okay, then I'm going to chain 3 and then 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then 3 double crochet. We're doing that corner stitch again, where there's the 3 double crochet, a chain 2, and then 3 double crochet. Okay, now you have this. You'll have 4 corners, and then you'll have an extra chain 2 space in the middle. Here you're going to chain 2, and then in that middle you're going to do 3 double crochet. chain 2, and then in your corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And that's going to be your pattern all the way around. You do your corner, 3 double crochet in the middle, meet you back around. Okay, and now that you're back, again, same as the previous round, you're going to slip stitch into that beginning chain 3. Slip stitch across to the corner chain 2 space. And again, start that same pattern. So you'll continue in this pattern all the way around. And once I get to the end of my red, I think I'm going to switch to gold. So let's go ahead and work on that process, and I will meet you back. Okay, so now you're back near the end. You've gone all your rounds. You're going to slip stitch into the first chain 3. And there you have your granny square. You see it? It's about 8 by 8 once blocked. Weave in your ends, and there you have your granny square. Now this can be made into a pillow, a blanket. You just make multiple squares and then stitch them together. Well, that's a granny square. Now, I couldn't let that granny square be all lonely and all by itself, so I kept going. And I finished the pillow. Yeah, I finished. So what I did was I made 4 granny squares. So stitched them together. And for the back side, I made 1 big granny square to complete my project. So there you have it. Any comments, questions on granny squares? Feel free to drop me a line down below. And as always, see you in the next video. And that's how to make a granny square. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you like this content. Leave me a comment below on what you'd like to see next. Till then, get your craft on.